This is my review and unboxing of the VANKYO Performance V630. So this is like the upgraded version of the V630. So I guess it's like the V2 of the V2, which is, yeah, I don't really know. It's the V2 of the V2, which is, so the V630 is the upgraded version of the V600, but this is the V630 like version 2.0, so it's the upgraded version of the V630. As I said, V2. Not much on the box. It's a LCD LED 1080p thing. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to talk about as far as the outside goes. Very simple box. Kind of open it. And, okay, so it's probably the accessories box, and this is most likely, open it, you get this carrying case, which honestly, like these sorts of additions to like a budget projector, I feel like I would rather either have batteries in the box than a carrying case, because this just seems very stupid to me. Like, I don't know, I mean, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but like I feel like you could upgrade something or spend the money somewhere else as opposed to like throwing in something like that, along with the screen mirroring on like it has screen mirroring over Wi-Fi. I think that's like a waste of money as far as for the manufacturer goes. But I don't know, I'm sure these don't cost very much money to produce. And Wi-Fi chips, I'm sure, aren't all that expensive. So here's the projector itself. It comes in this plastic thing. It's actually fairly large for what I thought it was going to be. So how you know the V630 apart from the V1 from the V2 is on the V1, this is like gray, dark gray, as opposed to being lightish, sort of good gray. So here we have all of like our little buttons. Here we have our keystone that makes it go in and out. Back here we have 5-volt. So this is for powering like a Amazon Fire Stick or something. And then this is for like data. So if you plugged in a USB stick, this is your headphone, audio, video, VGA, SD card, HDMI, and then I think on this side it's just a fan, which I would have rather seen all of this either here or all of this back here, as opposed to being in two different places. Okay, this is another way to tell that you have the V2, a mesh fan filter, which is pretty nice. Back here, mount area, and let's see what's inside of this accessory box. So open it, there is this wire. Cool. This remote that doesn't have batteries. Give you a free HDMI cable, which is pretty cool. Audio video cable, whole thing to clean, instructions, and screws. That's everything in the box. We're actually not going to be doing the setup, so this thing needs to go where this thing and this all is. Yeah, it's not going to fit. This is much bigger. Oh yeah, that is much bigger than this. This was like a $80 baby projector. This is like a full-size daddy projector. So let's, all right, so we have our really ugly hole in the wall. Now, as you can see, we just kind of finesse this into here. It sits up against the wall fairly well. We still need to make a hole for the thing, but my drill died. So there'd be another hole back here. But yeah, so let's see. So this is the look As you can see, we have a book too. I don't know where the other half of that shelf is, but we have everything mounted. And yeah, color reproduction is great. I think there's like a couple of seconds of input lag. I will fix that. Well, I can't really fix it. I heard that there's like some sort of software update out that you can install, and that fixes the sort of issue. But I mean, yeah, this is it. So color looks great, text looks great. I mean, what all can I say about it? The only thing, I wish that I could like just make it go to full screen so I don't have to bother with cutting out these, so I don't have to worry about cutting out these lines here. But what can you do, right? Much better than the other one. Like, it is noticeably brighter. It is noticeably clearer. So yeah, overall, great projector so far. I'll have to give it more time. I will listen to it with just the speakers. I'll watch movies on it. I'll probably watch a movie tonight. And we'll continue this. This is a look at the VANKYO 630 performance with the lights on. So it's still pretty visible with light on. So here's kind of the blurriness. Looks like I'm not in focus, but I actually am. So you can see this is like blurry. It's not just like small. It's actually blurry. So here it's really bad. See, it's like super blurred. And when you look here, this, as opposed to something like this, which is kind of blurry, but I think that's just the background. So yeah, because even on the Switch it looks a little blurry. So yeah, the OSD on-screen display menu, whatever. Yeah, there's some pretty nice things. These speakers are actually pretty good, and there's different modes that you can do. I just usually stay on user. Sounds the or standard actually. It sounds the best. In my opinion, it's not like that bad. So here's everything, all the stuff. So. Oh, and here's your keystone. You can see that's digital keystoning, digital keystoning. So, yep. This is a 120-inch projection with like moderate ambient light, like barely anything at all. Yeah, and it's still pretty visible. So here's a look at text. Very good look here. It's pretty clear. The only thing is I can't really get the, like certain parts are kind of blurry when you get close. So this is pretty good, but like over here, this text is kind of blurry. And it doesn't seem like I can fix it, so this is like the best setup that we can do as far as clarity goes. You're at the home screen. Yep. So my overall final impressions of the projector are actually very good. The only thing that I noticed is the input lag. Like I showed in the video, it's pretty bad. It's not the greatest, and so that's one thing. And then on the sides, getting it to be perfectly clear, aside from being right in the middle, is very difficult, and I couldn't get it. So, and I'm sure if I couldn't get it, then no one else can. So that's another thing. And the next thing is it's a little loud. Once you're playing games or watching a movie, then it's not really noticeable anymore. But whenever you're kind of just sitting, or as soon as you turn it on, you notice it's very loud, and I'll show that again. But like it's very audible. Other than that, nothing but great things. It's native 1080p. The picture is like pretty crisp other than that blurring that I talked about. And the speakers are like really amazing. I do have external speakers that I usually use, but so for like the past 4 days, that's how long I've had it and sort of looked over it and played with it. For the past 4 days, like those speakers have been the main speakers. Those are the only ones that I used. I haven't been using my external speakers, and it's amazing. I mean they're not great, like, you know, but they're pretty good, and they're better than some TVs. In fact, most TVs that you buy now, the speakers they're loud. They can fill the room pretty easily at like 60 volume. The room is full, so as far as sound goes. So yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, yeah, that's really it. It's a pretty good projector. I would say at 270, yeah, I mean, it's good at 270, and even at 120 inches, like the image is still very clear. It's bright, it's sharp. So yeah, I mean, other than the blurring and the refresh rate, which is easy to get over, I don't think that you would play competitive gaming on a projector, but if you do, then you probably shouldn't get this one because it's noticeable input lag. Like, I mean, I'll show it again, but you can definitely feel it whenever you're playing. So that's really the only thing: input lag, loud fan, and the somewhat blurry corners. But whenever you're sitting back, you don't notice it, and text is still very easy to read. It's just whenever you're like right in front of it, kind of pixel pushing, you can see it, and it's kind of distracting, like messes with your eyes maybe. So yeah, that overall, I would say it's a definite buy if you're looking for a projector. If you want a nice solid 1080p projecting experience, then I recommend it. So I got it for $300 in person. So your Walmart might be stocking them, maybe not. You just kind of check the app, check around, go in person, whatever. Yep, that's it. That's my final take on this projector. It's, like I said, it's a great buy if you can afford it. Maybe I'll look into other ones to see what those are like, but this one so far, very impressive.